everyone, welcome back. This is Tyva again, and I just got finished doing a glass etching tutorial hands-on on my YouTube channel, and I want to go over an on-screen tutorial to show you guys how I actually create my stencil. So the name of this font is called Michail Script, and it's actually a shadow font as well. So in this tutorial, I might have time to actually demonstrate how you do the shadowing for this font. But right now, I want to show you guys how I actually created this stencil. And if you would like to get this font, you can check the description box for more details on how to get this lovely font as well. So let's get started. Okay, my actual design is this right here. I'm going to click in C column so you guys can see it. So that was my actual design. And what I did was, I actually made a box around it in order to make my stencil. So here's my design. I'm going to actually hide it again so I can show you guys how I did it. Okay, with Michail Script, you actually have the script, the shadow, and you also have the highlights. And it also comes with a great list of swatches that you can actually use with this design. And we'll go over those as well. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to do the script and type in the word love. I'm going to hide this as well. Okay, I'm going to type the word love. And with this, I actually can go to top bar 2 and decrease the letter spacing like so, just to bring the letters a little closer together. So I brought my letters a little closer together, and I can actually go to C column and click ungroup. And I actually just moved around the letters a little bit to actually achieve the same look. Oops, undo. And I tilted my V a little, like this. And this right here is really your preference. It's just how I wanted to do it for my stencil. You don't necessarily have to do this. So what I'm going to do is just change the color, because I actually go and try it. Since I have my stencil here, I'm going to try to get it as close to the stencil as possible. I did pretty good to say I freehanded it, huh? Okay, turn that L a little bit. That's good, okay? And just put my lettering here. Not bad, huh? So, I did this with my stencils. My heart was just a heart that I had from like a previous SVG. And what I did was I went to upload, view all, in my search images, I put in heart. And all of the hearts that I actually have in my uploads will pop up. So it was just a heart that I actually used. Change that red so I can see it. With designing, it takes a little practice. So the more you create the designs and think outside the box, the easier it actually gets. I can show you guys the basics, but I can't teach you designing. Okay, so I got my hearts. And I'm just using my stencil because I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like this. I want to try to duplicate it as best as I can. Okay, so now I have my design. Let's go here. And I'm going to hide this so that you guys can see it. So what I did was I actually, once I had got my design, I selected it all, and I went to weld. You see in C column, it's all broken up into single parts. So I selected weld, and now it's all one part. So here is the fun part, the stencil. You're going to go to your shapes and go to square. Hit the unlock in the bottom left corner, because we're going to take this square and we're going to cover this whole design. Go to top bar 1 to arrange and send to the back. Now, the whole purpose of this stencil is to have enough space from the design to the edge so that your etching cream doesn't go over that line. So we have plenty clearance on the bottom, plenty clearance on the top, plenty clearance on the side. And like I showed you in the example, we actually did 6 inches. You see it's very close, 6 inches for our design. So I'm just going to put 6 for the width, like so. So I measured my surface to see how big I would have to make my design. You don't want to measure the square. The square size does not matter. You want to make sure that you measure your design. And we measured our the size of our surface, and we figured out that we only needed a 6-inch width of this. So I got that. I place it in the middle and double check my borders. I actually can, as a newbie, you want to have as much border as possible. As you get a little bit more experienced, then you can make it as smaller. So now I have my design. Remember, in column C, you have these bottom options: slice, weld, attach, and flatten. What we're going to do is go to top bar 1, or you can just select all regular. We select everything on the mat, and that's when your slice option comes. You want to slice it because you just want to cut out the stencil. So we're going to hit slice. Once we hit slice, we just remove these pieces out. And you can delete them or you can hide it, whichever is easier. And now we have our stencil. So you cut this stencil just like you cut any other vinyl project. You just go to make it, and you do not mirror it, and you just cut it out like so. So that is how you create your stencil. Stencil basics: the bigger the stencils and the lettering, the easier it is. And you also, like I said in the video, you want to try to do it on a flat surface versus a curved surface, or you're going to run into some problems. Like I said, with glass etching, it's an amazing and easy craft to do, but it does take a little tact with technique. So the more that you do it, the better you'll get at it. So also with the different font features of Michail Script, I absolutely love this script. This is a very beautiful script. I'm going to do my name as usual. Okay, so I have Nicole. Isn't that nice, you guys? So with Nicole, I'm going to go to top bar 2 and decrease. I absolutely love this font. Absolutely love this font. So I'm decreasing. I'm going to end up going to C column because I want to ungroup anyway, because I want the N just a tad bit bigger. Like that. Isn't that nice? Move that L in. Move that E in. Okay. So you see, after I ungrouped it, it broke up into all of these parts. So I'm pretty satisfied with how the name is shaped. So I'm just going to go ahead and select all of it and go to weld. And that makes it all one over here. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it because I'm about to have some fun with this. I really like this font. So what I'm going to do is, I already have a tutorial on this, but I want to show you guys how to actually do a quick pattern. I want to do rainbow. So rainbow images, rainbow background. Let's see if we can do this. Oh yeah, I absolutely love this. So I'm just going to grab this rainbow background. I'm going to have to screenshot it. Like so, and then I'm going to go back to my Cricut and I'm going to upload. Upload image, browse, and it's actually going to default as screenshot. So I just got to go to my screenshots to pick it up. And how you screenshot, for you guys that don't know, is that I actually held Shift, Command, number 4. Okay, I'm going to save this as complex because I just want to add a different effect to this. I want to give it a unique look. So click on this to add it to my desktop. And remember, you can only slice 2 images at a time. So I'm going to get that, select, slice, and I'm going to delete. Isn't that nice? Ooh, I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. This will make a great print and cut image for a shirt. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys. Let me see if I can get this. And we're going to duplicate this. No, I don't want to duplicate it. Let's hide it again. I'm actually going to go ahead and type out my name again. So go to text. And then instead of the script, we're actually going to change it to the shadow. And it's called script cutting. Okay, so now I have my shadow. With my shadow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit larger because for me it's easier to actually decrease it than to increase it. So I'm going to go to ungroup. I'm going to move my shadow on top. and get it as big as I want it. Go to top bar 1 and arrange. Send to the back. Ooh, isn't that so sweet? I love this font, you guys. It's becoming one of my favorite fonts. So I size it, go to arrange, send to the back. And it's really just that easy, you guys. Make it a little bigger, send to the back. Yes, hunty. I'm absolutely loving this font. Okay, so arrange to the back. Just keep repeating the process over and over. I actually could have moved this up. Didn't mean to move that. Let me move this out the way. And the more that you do it, the better you will get at it. This is such a beautiful font. Beautiful font. Okay, and I'm going to make that a little bigger. Arrange to the back. I could have moved this over a little. Let's move it out the way. That's what I like to do. Okay, and place it where I want to place it. Perfect. And this might be okay. Top bar 1, send to the back. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So now once you get your shadow about how you would like it, the next thing you would do is pull this off and select this. And we're going to weld all of these pieces together. So go to C column to weld. And then make all of your shadow one. Place that on top. Go to top bar 1 arrange. You're going to be using arrange a lot in your crafts. Okay, so I have this beautiful design. I can actually do this as a sticker for print and cut. I can actually do this as a print and cut for transfer vinyl in order to put on a t-shirt. I mean, this is a beautiful way. If you don't have rainbow HTV, then you can actually create your own rainbow design, and it'll be just as suffice. It'll probably look just as good. But give you guys a big, I absolutely love this font. So also, let's see, I may have time to show you the highlights as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to Michail Script and go to Script Highlights. And do the highlights we can do as red. And try to give it a unique look. All right, red. There we go. And of course, you know you will have to ungroup this in order to place it on top. So I'll get this, go to ungroup, and you can add little highlights, and it might even look better white. Let's see how white looks. Yes, hunty. That looks really good. You guys, I'm so excited about this font. It's starting to become one of my favorite fonts to work with. And you might not want to change it to white until you get it on there. There we go. Okay, so I place it on here and move it around like so. Go ahead and change it to white. And like so. Change it to white. And doing a technique like this will make anyone think that you're a super artist. But it makes your work look a lot different, and it stands out from what everybody else is doing. This is one of the reasons why I love fonts and I love demonstrating fonts, because I want to do what other people are not doing. And when I learn it, I share it with you guys. So I'm just adding my highlights, changing them white as I go. Like so. And I see that my E shadow is not where I want it to be, really. Probably because I moved it. Yeah, I moved my shadow. Okay, much better. So there are my highlights. So next, if you go to C column, you see that all of your highlights are put together. Another way that you can actually weld is by holding the shift button and select all of your highlight and then go to weld. So now all of your highlight is one. So now what we need to do is we need to select all of the items, the highlights, the lettering, as well as the shadow, and we need to flatten it. When we flatten it, it's going to make it into a print and cut image. So it's flattened. Okay, so I'm going to hide this. I'm going to show you guys how it looks. If I was to print this for my name on my t-shirt, what I would do is I would probably do it at maybe 10.5 because I wear a medium. So I would want to do my name as big as I can. Sometimes I may even do it at 11 depending upon the style. So I have this right here. We're going to go to make it. Oh, it's too big because it's print and cut. So remember our dimensions is 9.25 by 6.75. So 9.25 is the longest that I can actually do. So we're going to do 9.25. I'm sorry, 9.25 width. And 9.25 width will give us 4.799. So that's not higher than 6.75, so we're within dimension now. Okay, so this is our print and cut, you guys. So I just want to demonstrate how to actually do your stencil for your, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Trying to do a stencil for your glass etching and also demonstrate this beautiful font. Even give you a little tidbit. If you need help with doing the pattern knockout, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pattern video in this description box up under this video. I'm also going to put a link to where you can get this font if you absolutely love it. And I hope that this information was helpful to you guys as well. So have a great evening.